Hey, welcome to For the Story, the only podcast that successfully doxed Superman. It's Peter Parker, you idiots. I'm Avery.
And I'm Ash, aka Flex Luthor.
Flex Luthor?
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah, I'm getting fucking yoked, my guy.
Did you, I obviously we haven't talked about this before, but Ash has an issue with models who flex in Go Fresh commercials or whatever.
Yeah, no, I have a real issue when they have like any kind of like health food, anything, and like the people are like flexing while they're cooking. It's real. It's just wrong. It's not okay.
If there's one thing that I know, it's that food definitely needs to be sexualized in media.
Well, I mean, yeah. Have you ever seen the inside
Why
of a
else
papaya?
would you buy it? Yeah, right. Yeah, so we watched a movie.
Oh, yeah. We watched A Dog's Journey
No.
with Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid's in that?
Oh, Dennis, Josh Gad.
Is it adorable? I bet you that movie's adorable.
I bet you it's fucking just like, here, like, let's tug on your dog-based heartstrings.
Oh, absolutely. Kind of like John Wick and John Wick 2 and John Wick 3.
Okay, listen. I want to make you watch this movie purely just so you can be like, yeah, no, this is much worse than anything they do in John Wick.
Yeah, it's pandering, but I mean, it's adorable. Like, that's the thing. You know, it's just supposed to be cute. It's not our demographic, Ash.
Not a big dog movie.
No,
The only
yeah,
dog movie podcast. We only watch dog movie.
There's like a lot more than you might think at first guess too. Like there's a lot of dog movies. We would start with Snow Dogs, just to get that out of the way. What's it called? Yeah, Balto would definitely be up there. Air Bud numbers 1 through like 100 or whatever.
Isn't there also like the off-brand Air Bud movies where it's like it's a dog but he plays like soccer or like
Michael Jordan.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Michael Jordan has a cameo in it. You know, he plays basketball.
In
and he
Air
knits,
Bud, yeah.
like Michael Jordan.
Isn't there like an Air Bud that's like a baseball? Let me just
Probably.
baseball.
What if they like ran out of sports for Air Bud to play, and so they got into like curling?
Oh no, there is. It's called Air Bud 7th inning fetch.
Hell yes! Oh my god, we should do like a masochistic Air Bud nightmare mode, like marathon podcast.
No.
Listeners vote.
No, I'm not even giving our sadistic fucking
They'll make us do it.
There's also one.
Oh, that's what's coming for you.
There's the
January is a time of year
one.
that happens.
Holy shit. It's called Air Bud Spikes Back, which is not a dog pun.
Yeah, but it's a good pun.
There's a soccer one, Air Bud World Pup. Oh my god. This is incredible.
It's another good pun.
Can we just talk about this for an hour?
I'm telling you, we're going to do a marathon.
Air Bud Golden Receiver.
This is getting too good. This is getting too good. So we didn't watch anything related to Air Bud or anything related to dogs. There wasn't even a dog in this movie, which is probably good because it probably would have been murdered.
No, but there were chickens.
Yeah, there were chickens, which are basically the dogs of the
South,
the bird world.
Oh,
the dogs of the South.
I've been to Mississippi, and they're just like, "Yeah, I take my dog for a walk." And I'm like, "Sir, that's a chicken."
Goddamn right, son. Yeah. So no, we watched Brightburn. We were torn up for a while between watching Brightburn, which we kind of thought was going to be pretty good, and Aladdin, which we kind of knew was going to be really bad.
Oh, I saw it.
We ended up going with Brightburn. No, did you really see it?
Yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about our movies for the week.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear about that. Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome. Sweet. Yeah. So before we get into our movie of the week, this week being Brightburn, we like to talk about some other movies that aren't really notable enough for an entire episode or are kind of esoteric enough that we just like kind of like to fire them off real quick and don't want to spoil them or anything like that we've watched throughout the week. Ash, you've already brought it to our attention, spoiler for the podcast, that you watched Aladdin. I really want to hear all of the juicy details because I have not seen it yet.
All right. Number one, it has the plot of Aladdin. This is like the most like I'm really glad we didn't watch it because it looked fucking terrible, and like some of the choices with the CGI and just the genie and even the songs were just cringe-tastic, but there were such minute details. But mostly the movie was just like, hey, you know that movie that's not that old, Aladdin? Like,
yeah, it hasn't been that long since Aladdin came out.
It's not fucking inaccessible.
Yeah,
it's not like
at all.
They brought together like an amazing cast of like fucking teenage stars.
Yeah,
it's not like Haley Steinfeld as Jasmine, which would have been a weird choice.
That would have been such a weird choice, but also kind of good. I think I would see that.
Yeah, she would.
What they should have done is have Jake Gyllenhaal reprise his role as somebody from the Middle East. Oh, as the Joker.
Come on, Joker Jafar.
Yeah. Okay. Into it.
Yeah. He's got like a Thug Life tattoo on his chest or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. That being said, I'm really glad we didn't choose to watch that, because now that I'm thinking about it, it's like we would have like not enjoyed ourselves. We would have given more money to the infinitely growing Disney like powerhouse. I didn't have a good string of words there, but. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad we avoided that. I think we have a lot more to talk about Brightburn, which is definitely good.
Which is interesting because it was a short ass movie.
It was, oh my God, but almost like perfectly long. We'll talk about that. That's definitely a pro for me. But I watched some weirdo shit. I always watch some weird shit. What did I watched this movie called Cold Skin. It's another one on Shudder. Pretty fucking cool, and it was kind of about like the Native Americans in a weird way. I don't know, but like it's basically about. What? No, is the Shining? I don't remember that. No, it's about this guy who moves to an island because he's gonna do some like weather research stuff. But he gets there, and his first night he encounters these like weird water dwelling primordial humans that like try to attack him and eat him. It's really cool. And it just goes, and there's another crazy dude who lives on the island and some horrific, totally horrific shit. I super recommend Cold Skin. It's on Shudder. I'm going to always bring one up from Shudder because I fucking love it. Such a good service. But yeah, Cold Skin, Aladdin. Don't go see Aladdin. I'm guessing.
Yeah, don't go see it.
I mean, like, is it doing well? Do we know?
It kicked ass last weekend.
That's fucking unfortunate.
Oh, I also watched the new season of The Flash because it came on to Netflix and I was sick, and it was
that's the time to do that kind of thing.
It was fine, like always. Okay, DC, did no one teach you guys the trolley problem? They're like, we have to make sure we don't kill the bad guy, and then the bad guy's like, oh, you're not gonna kill me? I guess I'm gonna slaughter thousands of people, and like. Over the course of the season when you're chasing me, the big bad, I'll kill a couple hundred people, but you won't kill me because of ethics or whatever. And I'm like, that's not ethics. Yeah. You're bad at ethics. You failed. You fell asleep during freshman philosophy. But Batgirl looks tight. Batgirl looks real tight.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, they got this fucking badass chick with like, you know, like the cool short hair, like tons of fucking tats, and the outfit looks sweet, and she's just like, answer to me.
What if she was Batgirl, but she had the voice of Christian Bale pretending to be Batman?
That's what Aladdin needed. It was like the
Christian
genie.
Bale?
Yeah, no, the genie just with like Christian Bale Batman voice where he's like, you ain't never had a friend like me.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Answer to a friend like me.
Wow, that would have made that movie noteworthy, I think. Good to know. I'm glad you told me that it's just like fucking worthless, because that means I don't have to waste money to go and see Aladdin.
Yeah,
I'm so glad.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad I could do that for you. It made
seriously, you saved me a little bit.
Let's fucking see how much it made last weekend. Opening weekend made $91 million.
What the fuck? That's so ridiculous.
Yeah. That's a lot of money.
That's so ridiculous. We'll talk about this in our budget breakdown, but we definitely have to bring up that Brightburn did not underperformed. Yeah. But we'll talk about that in a little bit. Before we talk into the budget, for this movie, we like to talk about some of our expectations going into the theater. Ash, what did you think about Brightburn before you got to the theater? Well, and when you sit down and, trailers and stuff we can talk about too. We always end up doing that.
Yeah, okay. The last 2 movies I've gone to for this show. What's the last one? Not John Wick, but the one before John Wick. What did we see?
Detective Pikachu.
Okay, so Detective Pikachu, during the trailers, the audio wasn't playing. This time, during the trailers, the video wasn't playing, and it was just the audio.
What fucking half-assed bullshit theater are you going to? What's wrong?
Cinemark. I went to the one in Inglewood.
Is it like Luck? Oh.
It's like a standard theater. I don't need anything fippy-dippy for my 9 a.m. movie. I'm not getting food at 9:30 in the morning in a movie theater or a beer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. But no, I went to this one in Inglewood. It's a 18 theater or something like that, and it was like 3 stories. It was crazy. But I was like in the fucking basement in the corner, and like I was the only white guy as usual. And and like I was just like, it was interesting. It's always interesting to see these movies in like predominantly black theaters, because I'm just like, isn't this weird for you? Like, there's not a black person. I mean, granted, it takes place in where? Kentucky or Kansas?
It's, oh my God. I think it is Kansas. It's some like out in the middle of nowhere
so of
state.
Course there's not going to be like a black guy in it. But no, is there a black guy in it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think one of the cops, the police chief, is a black guy.
That's right. But like, by and large, I'm like, it was just like, the demographic was weird. It was like a lot of just like 60-something-year-old black people in my audience. Yeah. Which was weird.
Yeah. We in my theater there was a lot of talkative people, which is unusual. I normally go to Alamo Drafthouse, but I had to drive like way out of town to a different theater for this one.
Yeah, this one didn't have a wide release, I don't think.
Not a wide release at all. Probably partially why it didn't make a lot of money, to be honest. Because if I didn't have to see this for the show, I probably would have been like, I'm not driving to fucking Dripping Springs to see this movie.
I'm sorry, Dripping Springs?
It's a town outside of Austin. It's like right before you get into the middle of nowhere of Texas.
No, that's an STD. I'm almost positive.
Dripping Springs. You might be right. Cute town, though.
Cute town. Terrible venereal disease.
So I drove way out to a theater that was like way outside where I would normally go, and which is like, fine. It's like I didn't really mind doing it, but I would not have done it. I would not have gone to see this movie. I'm glad I did, because it ended up being like pretty good. But yeah, so I went into this completely cold. I didn't know anything at all about Brightburn. I didn't know if it was based on a comic book. I don't think it was.
No.
I still am not totally certain. It seemed to me to be an original idea, which was cool to me.
Kind of.
It
really was Superman, but like bad.
It was, but it had a lot of good twists and like themes that I think really set this apart from a regular Superman story. This is a fucking serial killer slasher movie. And that caught me really off guard. And I knew something was up when I got into the theater, because all of the trailers were for Midsummer was one of the ones that came up, which is the director of Hereditary. And there were a couple other really good looking horror movies that are coming up really soon.
Annabelle Comes Home. I got all of those.
I didn't see either of those. I saw a couple others, and for whatever reason, the names of the movies are escaping me right now. But
have you seen the new It trailer yet?
No, I haven't. I still haven't seen that either. I don't know what it is. Like, we always get totally different trailers, like every single time. I don't know how that ends up happening, but except for Detective Pikachu, which was like all the upcoming kids movies. But yeah, so
still waiting on that. Still waiting on that Dora the Explorer trailer to drop.
I haven't been hit with it yet. Oh, it hasn't dropped yet.
I don't think so. Otherwise, I would fucking know, dude.
Yeah. We're gonna have to review that. Yeah. And what sucks is like it's gonna be just like embarrassing, and it's gonna be like forgettable, which sucks. Like, I want to be able to tear it apart, but I don't think that's gonna be the case. So We might have to.
No. I think we're going to be able to tear it apart. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble going to the theaters, mostly because I'm 3 children in a trench coat, and a lot of people don't know that about me.
Fascinating. The twists just keep coming with you, man. So, moving forward, we always do, or we don't always do this. We start a new segment called the Budget Breakdown. Ash, tell us a little bit about the budget of this movie and what kind of money it's making.
All right. So this movie, it has production budget estimations between $6 and $7 million. And opening weekend, it ranked 5th behind Booksmart, Avengers Endgame, Aladdin, and Detective Pikachu. And it made $7.85 million, which is just over its budget. Worldwide, as of now, it's been out how many days? 6 days. It's made $18 million globally. It is one of the most I always try and give you a little quiz, but this one's hard because a lot of them are like, this is number 650, and I'm like, you're not gonna list those.
There's no way. But I like that. Yeah,
I have a tops. It landed as number 66 for Memorial Day weekend 4-day openers.
That's so unremarkable.
Try and guess a couple other
Memorial Day weekend openers.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Was Pirates of the Caribbean in there?
At World's End, yes.
Oh shit.
And
okay.
Dead Man Tell No Tales.
This is the time of year that they release pirate movies, so
yeah.
I was just like kind of shot in the dark. I know Die Hard's not in there. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. This is like the one movie you can pinpoint.
It's just like I'm gonna nail it one day. I don't know what time of year that movie came out. So,
yes, you do.
And I don't know how.
You just said it's a Christmas movie.
Well, because you know how sometimes they do Christmas movies not during Christmas times, and they gradually become Christmas movies.
I love my April Christmas movies.
Exactly, or those Christmas in July movies. Never forget. But what I meant to say is I don't really know how that movie did financially. I feel like it probably did pretty well. Oh, Memorial Day weekend. Jaws. That's got to be up there, right?
Jaws did not get released on the Memorial Day weekend.
Damn it! I don't know any others. But Pirates is a good guess, I guess, right?
Yeah. We got a couple big fucking
like heavy hitters, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Star Wars might have come out.
We have a couple of Star Wars ones in here, actually.
Yeah, I thought so.
So we have Solo at number 8.
Wow, I didn't know that did so well.
Yeah. What other? I thought I saw another one, but I guess I'm just an idiot. I guess I'm just fucking stupid. Don't know how to fucking read. Sorry.
Yikes.
One we already talked about.
Really?
Yeah.
One we already talked about?
One that
you mean like last year?
No. This year.
Aladdin?
Yeah, Aladdin came in at number 5.
Holy shit. Oh my god, that movie is doing so well. It's disgusting to me.
Ancient Aliens, the movie.
What?
Yeah. Well, no, like that's my hint. That's not the name of the movie.
Ancient Aliens, the movie?
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator or Independence Day? No, Independence Day came out on July 4th. Never mind.
No. It's a movie. It's got. I don't want to give it away, but it's similar to Star Wars in a lot of ways.
Oh man. It's not Alien, is it? That didn't come out.
No, you just asked him. Alien versus Predator.
Yeah, that's not the same thing.
It's
two
basically
very
the same
distinct. Thing. No, it is not.
I'll say it. Same quality movie.
Wait, what's that?
What?
The same quality movie?
Yeah.
As Alien versus Predator?
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm lost. I don't know.
It's Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull at number 2.
Oh shit! Okay, what's the number 1? I'm curious now.
Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End.
Wow, no shit. How much did it make? Like 170 million or some shit?
139.8.
God damn.
Prequel to Hobbs and Shaw.
Fast 7 or Fast 8?
Little lower.
Fast 6.
Fast 6. At number 4, X-Men Last Stand, X-Men of Future Past, X-Men Apocalypse. They're all in the top 10.
Wow. That's crazy. I guess honestly, they're probably just going for that. That seems to be like their successful weekend, and they probably just keep releasing at that date.
Some of these are real weird, like fucking Shanghai Noon.
That is weird.
Back to the Future 3. Oh, Return of the Jedi. What was
see, I did say Star Wars.
Number 34.
Yeah.
Prince of
Number
Persia,
34, really?
Yeah, Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
Is up there? Oh my God. Speaking of Jake Gyllenhaal, geez.
All right, I think that's enough listing of things. Avengers just hit 2.7 bill this week.
So that beats Avatar, doesn't it?
No, they still have like a couple $100 million left.
But it's coming close. How much longer do you think it's going to be in theaters?
I don't know, but they might just
been a month now.
Like they might do what Avatar did and just re-release it after a little bit of time.
Well, it's been almost a month that it's been more than a month that it's been in theaters, so they'll probably give it another like weekend. See how it does. Because didn't Endgame wasn't like underneath Aladdin, wasn't it like the second top performer or something?
It was the third underneath Detective Pikachu or John Wick 3,
Wow.
not Detective Pikachu. John Wick 3.
Okay. I guess I could see that. Well, go figure. Hell yeah. Well, I guess we'll have to keep our eye on that because I think it's kind of inevitable at this point that it's going to be Avatar. It would be interesting if they didn't.
I think they'll do what Avatar did because Avatar did a re-release.
Really?
Yeah, they did a re-release, and that's how because they were like about to be eclipsed by I forgot who, and they did a re-release. I wouldn't be surprised if early next year, before like the next phase, they try and re-release it in theaters just to like fuck you, James Cameron.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know if they'll do it just to be that petty, but they might do something like that. We'll see.
I mean, if
and
it's
also
a
you got to take
$200 million, like why not?
I think they're just gonna make that money in the next few weekends.
And do they
probably
count
just
for
keep it in
these?
theaters.
Like, do they count like DVD and digital sales as well?
So that's the thing is that it depends because Avatar technically made more than 2.7 billion if you factor in Blu-ray DVD sales, but if you look at, you see what I mean? So I think Avatar is probably more like 4 billion. Yeah, I don't think that's including that.
Like Avatar on their like shitty 42-inch TV is an absolute fucking idiot.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's like Avatar was really like cool and visually stunning when it came out, but I haven't tried to revisit it since I saw it in the theater for several reasons. I think some of which are obvious. It's that one, I don't think the story is compelling enough for me to revisit it. And two, I just like don't think that the CGI held up.
No, not really.
If I had to guess.
Why are we giving any level of respect to a movie that uses unobtainium? Like,
yeah,
like we should all have more self-respect than that.
That's the thing, man, is that Cameron doesn't necessarily make great movies, but he makes movies that make a lot of money. It's really just what it comes down to.
He had a producer credit on one of the movies that was coming out that I saw.
Yeah, he produces a lot of stuff now. That's pretty much mostly what he does, I think. I don't think he does a ton of directing anymore.
I think they pushed Avatar again, Avatar 2.
Yeah, probably. It's almost like pointless to have it come out at this point. It's been 10 years. It's just over the top. It's unnecessary.
It's so just reboot it at this point. Make Avatar 1 again.
Right? We had a Hellboy reboot this year, and it hasn't been that much longer.
I think it's almost been less, right?
No, because Avatar came out in 2009. Hellboy, the last Hellboy movie came out in like 2008, I think. Yeah. So it's been just like a year longer.
David Harbour went on a little tirade about how Marvel ruined the opening for Hellboy and why it got bad reviews.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like they love being like, this is Marvel's fault. I'm like, yeah, they make decent movies. Like,
yeah, they make, yeah, exactly. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's stupid. Yeah, they're gonna displace the blame. That's a shame that they made David Harbour do it, or that they didn't keep him in check long enough before he started saying those kinds of things. But hey, it's how it goes. Let's before we go too far off in things unrelated, let's begin talking about some of our pros for Brightburn, because there are some present here. This movie was pretty good. Pretty fucking good, right?
The
I felt like it was fun.
Costume design was really dope. I really like.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, his name's not Brightburn. His name's like Brandon or something. What's it?
Yeah, Brandon. Brandon the Betrayer or something.
Yeah. I loved his fucking outfit. That thing was dope with like the lattice on the mouth. It made him look like a fucking Ood from Doctor Who.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. I'm not a Whoer, but you know what I mean.
It's a Whovian.
I think a Whovian. Yeah, I honestly, I kind of liked his I thought it was creepy. Like, I thought that was like one of the more effective parts of the movie, was how the kid was actually kind of fucking creepy.
I posted a photo of an Ood in the thing.
Oh my God, you're totally right.
It's like 100%.
It's almost like they did that on purpose. It's like the same thing. Yeah, cool. Hey, I'm into it. So I just want to say this was my favorite slasher film I've seen this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's 2 years early.
Yeah, it is early. And it's not Halloween time yet. But yeah, seriously, this movie was a slasher. Right down to like the gag scares at the beginning.
Oh yeah, I loved it. Where the kid popped. That was the only time I jumped at the jump scares, was when the kid popped out in the fucking garage.
Yeah, they kind of wore thin towards the end. The jump scare is not the best, but that's okay. Seriously though, I didn't know that this movie was gonna be like that at all. I had no idea. And then it started going, and I was like, hold on, I've seen this before. Like, this feels like a slasher film. And then it picked up, and they did like the episodic like murders, like each one was its own set piece as he was killing people. I was like, this is a slasher movie.
Yeah.
How like weird. What an odd direction to take, like, basically Superman. So yeah, I was kind of into it, you know?
I mean, I like it as just like a concept of just going like, you know, we don't have comics as a background. We're not staying true to comic books. We're just going, okay, what if Superman, but he was sent here to destroy Earth and not just because war on Krypton.
Yeah,
much more compelling that was great as a villain than as a hero.
It's like, and they got down into like nitty gritty details of it. Like, he was a fucking perverted sociopath. Like, his parents find like gory porn pictures or something in his bedroom, and like. It was perfect.
So funny, dude, because they're like looking at it.
So good. And they're like, oh, that's not okay.
They're like going through, it's like girls in bikinis. Okay. And then it's just like a picture of like the inside of someone during like surgery or like an endoscopy photo. And they're just like, I was never into that.
Yeah. And she was like, is this a boy thing? Speaking of Elizabeth Banks was in this movie, and he, the dad character, is David Denman, more commonly known as Roy from The Office.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in like a single other thing, and he took a kind of front role in this movie, and I thought that was kind of cool. Good for him.
And he was good. He was freaked out and like...
Yeah, totally. Both of them together played like really good, almost like dumb parents who are just like, we just want our kid to feel good. And I have some cons about that a little bit later, which we'll get into.
Yeah,
but.
Of course. And any parents who listen, don't make your kid feel good about himself, and definitely don't
cut him down. Yeah, that little shit has to know.
Yeah. If he's not looking at pictures of the inside of people's bodies, you fucking make him.
Yeah. Like stealthily hide them where he keeps his pornographic magazines. And
then catch him and be like, oh, you sick.
Oh my God. Who the fuck are you? Yeah, that'll put him in the right direction.
No son of mine.
Yeah, right. This movie did not let up. I thought it was really good. It started out kind of slow. That first act was like kind of like giving you hints like, oh, this kid's kind of fucked up, isn't he?
Yeah.
And like he's creepy, and then it's like shit's going really wrong, and then he kills some chickens, and you're like, oh, this is going really wrong. And then he starts killing people. It's fucking cool. Yeah. I thought that was really fun. I love the idea that it's a slasher. I think that's unique, and I've never seen anything like it before. Superhero horror movies need to happen more of.
Yeah, why not mash more things? Like, superheroes are popular. Let's give ourselves something new. You know, we had buddy comedy with Ragnarok. We had slasher with Brightburn.
Yeah,
give us our superhero musical. I mean, what are we fucking doing here?
I would totally see that. And like the thing is like I can't stand musicals, and I would probably see a superhero musical. That just sounds so cringy and bad. I don't think I could resist.
Yeah, no, it sounds terrible. But no, I just in general, more crossover would be really fucking cool.
Yeah, exactly. I liked that this was a totally unique spin on a quote-unquote origin story. We'll talk about the concept of this being a cinematic universe in a little bit here. I don't think it made enough money for that to happen, but it's still early in its release cycle. So
because it would be awesome.
Because it could have been cool. Because like starting with the villain is a good thing. Like, what if the next one was about a hero who was like he was the same character, but it was like the opposite? That's just Superman. Never mind.
Yeah, no, I think that they were making like a kind of a dark universe kind of thing. Because like at the end of the movie, they have Michael Rooker, who's like fucking Alex Jones, and he's just like, there's a fucking guy who came out of the water. I'm like, cool, evil Aquaman. Like, just make an evil Justice League. Evil Justice League sounds so dope. Yeah, just like Batman, but he actually murders people.
Yeah, that's fucking rad. Batman, but he has guns.
Well,
just kidding. He had guns in Justice League too. Yeah, right. Based on a true story. So I want to talk about the length of this movie because it comes in at exactly 1 hour and 30 minutes, which was the perfect length. Tight, concise, to the point. Nothing felt left out. No. Like they covered every base part of the story that they wanted to cover. Very simple. They didn't need to add any flares or obnoxious exposition in there. You knew he was an alien because you saw him fall from space. You knew he was creepy because you saw him killing chickens and beating off to surgery. Like showing up at a girl he likes is his house. Oh, being so creepy and breaking her hand. Oh my god, fucking. And then coming back and the way that he fucking hits on that girl, it was so good. Like where he like opens her computer and like turns on a romantic song, and she's like keeps trying to turn it off, but he just keeps zipping by and turning it back on. I actually forgot about that because one of my cons was going to be that there wasn't like any levity to this movie, and there actually was. There was some like brief moments. Now that I'm talking to you about it, and I'm like, yeah, there were some parts that were kind of had some humor to it. And that was good. It was well paced too. The uncle. Yeah. Matt Jones' character. His character was Noah. Yeah. When he was trying to turn on the car and like the light would go on and he saw him float, he'd be like, oh, no. Hell no. So good. I was just like, it's so good. Yeah, that was some fun stuff. He was definitely like the comic relief character, and they kill him. I couldn't believe it. I was like, holy shit, this is really going down this route. They like did not take a second. Like they didn't pretend to be like it's gonna come around and he's gonna realize the love of his family. No, they did not do that. This kid's a fucking sociopath and murders everyone that cares about him, except for his aunt. His aunt he doesn't kill. Oh. Right? Oh. He didn't kill her. I don't know. Because there was a scene when, like, I don't know. There's obviously spoilers at this point. We've kind of spoiled it already. But there was a part when Elizabeth Banks is down in, like, where the pod is. And there's somebody, like flayed open and, like, tied to the wall that he murdered. The girl that he had a crush on's mom that he killed. Oh, okay. And she had just been down there. And okay, gotcha. She looked bad. Like that did not look good. Yeah. $7 million movie. Yeah, we'll take it. You know, I'll take it too. And it was brief. It was in the dark. It works. Yeah. Aside from that, pretty excitingly paced, right? I mean, every like beat kind of fell in line. It all made a lot of sense. It really aped on that like almost predictable, which I will talk about in cons because that is one of my cons. Definitely kind of a predictable movie, but like every beat like kind of fell in line right where you wanted it to, and it took you right up through the end of the movie, and it was only an hour and a half, so there was no point at any time during the movie that you were like, oh my god, this is still happening. Yeah, it was good. They used the time that they had effectively, which I definitely appreciated. Yeah. I will say I did like the fake out Chekhov's gun in this movie. Oh, I love it. Yeah. Where they're like, okay, he only gets hurt by his spaceship, right? And so obviously at the end she's gonna stab him with the piece of the spaceship. That's what's gonna happen. And he fucking stops her.
and then drops her from fucking space.
Yeah.
I was just like,
crazy.
I was expecting her to win in that moment.
Right? Because up until that point, it kind of seemed like the mom character was kind of the main character. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh, she's going to stop him and there's going to be a sad funeral service and that's going to be the end of the movie.
She was going to Jamie Lee Curtis the shit out of it.
Exactly. That's because that's what it seemed like. And
that's like a classic, triumph. Thriller
and
trope.
And then like the post-credits scene would be his hand like coming up out of the grave or something dumb like that,
Yeah.
Like setting up for a sequel. But no, it wasn't like that. He just murders her.
And then
just kills her.
Down a plane.
And then takes down a plane and pretended the whole thing was a plane crash. And I loved seeing the movie end with all the like the fake like footage. I thought that was fun.
It was like the ending of Man of Steel where he uses Zod to destroy the city. Did you ever see Man of Steel?
No, I never saw that one.
Oh, you should see it because like the one good thing that DC ever did was at the end of Man of Steel, he's fighting Zod and they're just destroying the city.
You know what? I've seen clips of this where he's like punching the guy and then like he flies away and then goes and punches him again like a yo-yo. You know what I mean?
And they're
I've
like
seen
just
this clip and it's ridiculous.
Down fucking buildings. Like it's a slaughter. And then like in the next one, they're like, well, Batman's pissed at Superman because he destroyed the fucking city, which makes sense. Yeah. It's the only good thing they've ever done because everyone in the audience was like, wait, what?
Yeah,
he's destroyed all of the city. But
because of one guy.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. I mean, I love seeing him destroying the city.
Did you compare Brightburn to Chronicle at all? Because I thought this movie was going to be more like Chronicle, and it ended up not. There were definitely a lot of similarities, but it kind of did what Chronicle was afraid to do and turn like. Because I remember at the end of Chronicle, like there was like this way overbloated, prolonged like footage scene of him like fighting one of his friends or something, and it was like really like there were no stakes and you kind of knew what was going to happen and like he was going to be killed. This movie really just, first of all, it wasn't found footage, but also like this movie kind of like went where that movie wouldn't, in that the villain fucking won.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a pretty, that hit home to me. I think this is a better version of Chronicle, basically.
In a lot of ways, I think you're right. I think that tonally it's very similar. It deals with like consequences of power.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I have to say, I did love like the slow translation of like the alien stuff and like.
Oh yeah, it was creepy. And then when he like, realizes it,
it's like take the world, which is not a sentence you expected it to be. Because like take the he's like, oh, he's there to get something from the planet.
Yeah, but no, he's there to destroy the planet. Yeah, fucking rad, totally fucking rad. Yeah, but hey man, I got some cons about this.
Okay,
and they aren't like really super distinct. Because for the most part, I felt like this movie pretty much nailed everything. I actually really liked most of it.
Yeah, me too.
The biggest con that comes to my mind right off the bat is the jump scares.
Yeah,
really. That's pretty much like, it's something that like people say a lot, but jump scares tend to get overused, especially in like horror movie that isn't really taking a lot of chances. This is a slasher movie. Or at least it's trying to ape on a slasher movie or like be similar to a slasher movie in a lot of ways. And because of that, it kind of falls victim to that same problem, so bless you.
Thank you. I totally agree. I think that they were trying to do something different with the jump scares. They're like, yeah, but have you had a jump scare where the guy moves like at 1,000 miles an hour?
Yeah, which works most of the time. I
get where they were going for, but it didn't work all the time. It worked sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, exactly. I do see what they were going for, but yeah. Another thing is, and I think it would have been a little more pertinent early on. This is so nitpicky. This is just about the script, really. But like, I think it would have been kind of worthwhile to like have something set this kid off on the path of like a serial killer sociopath. Yeah. Because from what you can tell, like as far as the nurture aspect goes, his parents are like fucking nice people. And like they take care of him and stuff. They don't really do anything fucked up until he's already murdered some people, you know?
Yeah, like try and shoot him in the back of the head. I totally agree. I actually had a very weird moment in the theater when he like creeped on the girl and then she rejected him. I'm like, oh no, this isn't an incel thing, is it?
Oh man,
like that was my. It kind of. It turned out to be more about his alien programming than anything, but that was like a weird thing to kind of start things off on. It's like, oh yeah, you see, if you didn't reject the boy, he wouldn't have become a super powered mass murderer.
It kind of does seem like that. I see what you're getting at there, but yeah, no, like, it ended up, they really set this kid up as having no remorse. If they had like martyrized him, if you will, then I would say, yeah, that's totally like an incel thing. But they really like made sure you knew how deplorable and awful this kid was.
Yeah, he's a bad kid.
So. Yeah, just like really fucking bad kid, and honestly, like a liar and like tricky and like
he deserves
piece of
detention
shit kid.
At least I think maybe detention
for the murders. Yeah, easily. So
maybe a 1 or 2 day suspension.
Yeah, it's just like his parents were so nice. Like they were just nice ass people. They like took him in and stuff. I think what was supposed to set him up is that he lied, or they lied to him about like him being adopted, quote unquote. But even that, like the kid had just like a really like crazy negative reaction to that, and I guess that was supposed to set him off. But he was even being a piece of shit before that, when like the uncle gives him the gun and his dad's like, no, you can't have a gun, like that's ridiculous. And the kid's like give it to me or something like that.
Where is he?
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it's like, okay, they kept trying to infer different things for his motivation. I wish they had gone more straight with just like, this is his alien programming. His ship's telling him what to do, and he's possessed almost.
Yeah, and like there would be moments where he would flicker in and out, like he would become the kid again, like once the alien program ship is turned off, something like that. And then as soon as it went back on, it was broadcasting a signal that made his brain go crazy. Yeah. But no, it was just like kind of flickering in and out. The ship was talking to him, and that just like set him off on being evil.
Yeah, so. I mean, because they also kind of conflated it with like puberty, and I'm like, but he's an alien.
Yeah. But I did like that too. I actually like the idea, like, you know, that I felt like it's, especially earlier in the movie, it was kind of like about being a parent and like your kids doing all this crazy shit and you just don't understand because you haven't been a teenage kid in, you know, however long. And so like I think the idea is just like, you know, your kid's growing up and it's an awkward experience for both of you. And I thought that those messages were like a little more on the sweet side. I thought that was kind of nice. But then it kind of drops that, and then the kids just, or the parents just want to kind of kill him because he's like fucked up. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, kind of tough to say there.
If you see this movie, fucking don't watch the commercial.
Oh, is the trailer bad? I didn't see any of the trailers, and I'm glad I did.
It's a Sony trailer. It tells you every fucking beat of the movie, and that would honestly be my biggest con, and it's my fucking fault.
Damn, dude. No, it's not your fucking fault. It's Sony's fault.
I know what they do. I should have known better.
It's just like the trailers. I almost hate like the fact that the theater forces you to watch them because you're inevitably going to be spoiled for the movie. Like something is going to come through. Like, I
mean, it wasn't even spoiling. It's just like every major beat of the film was captured in some way in the trailer, and so it almost felt like just an extended cut trailer.
Ah, man, that's so unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean when it's just like, and like there's those trailers. This happens a lot with comedy movies nowadays because comedy movies aren't good anymore.
Arguably they never were, but
yeah. Well, there are some that are good. There was like a high point with like Leslie Nielsen and like Airplane's really good, and
I have
stuff like that.
Stuff for you to read.
Okay. But like bad comedy movies, they'll put every single joke in the movie that they deem good enough that's going to get somebody to the theater,
like
in
Van
the trailer.
Wilder, Rise of Taj.
Yeah, exactly. Where the only jokes in the movie are the ones that you saw in the trailer already.
And slightly more racist ones that weren't.
That they were like,
trailer.
They were like, we can't put this in it. Yeah.
If you want to get the good racist stuff, you gotta come to the theater, baby.
Yeah, ayo, that good old fashioned racism. But if you think about it too, like the kind of person who's seeing a trailer for a comedy movie in the theater and they're like, I want to see that, is probably also the kind of person who sees that funny joke and they're just excited for it to also happen in the movie when they see it in theaters.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to see that joke again. So,
which worked really well pre-YouTube, but now you can just watch that joke.
Yeah, right? Like, so unfortunate. That is a thing that happens. That's gonna, I don't know. Who knows what's gonna happen? Comedy movies have just gone so far, they've just fallen so far from grace in the last 10 years. And then meanwhile, horror movies are getting better and better. So there's a trade-off there. And superhero movies. So everything's a trade-off. Man, do you have any other cons? Because I feel like the only other thing I can think of, and this is me struggling, I'm clawing for cons at this point, is that it did feel almost a little excessive towards the end. He just murdered his mother, which was oh my God. But it was supposed to be shocking, but it's almost I feel like the script writer went through and they were just and then he kills his mom by dropping her from space. The end.
Yeah, you got some issues you want to talk about, Mr. Gunn?
Exactly.
Whichever Gunn wrote that.
It was one of the Guns, one of the lesser Guns. Yeah. It was Dave Gunn or something like that.
Actually, the Green Day song 21 Guns was written about the production of this film.
And that's incredible. That's 21 Guns. Yeah. The entire Gunn family was involved in the production of this film. James Gunn produced it. I think two of his brothers, they're probably his brothers, right? Right?
Yeah.
They wrote it.
His little boy, Gunther Gunn. He was a freaking grip on the movie.
Are you serious? You're kidding, right?
No, I'm absolutely kidding.
Oh my God.
I was like, no way.
Gunn? I don't know. That guy's pretty he's
pretty fucked up
out there. He's kind of out there. I could see it.
I like how Steve Agee was in this for no reason. Okay.
Which one was he? I don't even remember.
He was one of the drunk guys who was like, "Hey, your kid's super fucked up, huh?" At the pool hall.
Oh, okay. I see this guy. I don't know what else is he. Oh, he's been in that. We've talked about this show before, the Kat Denning show.
Oh, nice.
He's in that show.
Which one of her breasts does he play? Of course, respectfully.
Yeah. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, he was one of the Steve Agee's a fucking great comedy guy. He's really big in the scene in LA. Tinseltown.
Oh my God, don't. All right. Yeah.
He wrote Cyber Select Killers in the Hollywood Hills.
What?
Yeah. And
what is that?
Pals. I don't know. I'm just on his IMDb.
Oh, I've never heard of any of this.
Well, he was in a deleted scene from the film Whip It.
Oh man.
Oh shit, we have to announce picks.
Oh fuck. Do we have? Oh my God, I totally forgot. How are we doing this month?
We're gonna do some sort of coin flip adjacent thing, and we're picking by week, and we can pick either films in the theaters or out of the theaters.
All right, pick the highest number you can think of and send it in chat.
Oh shit. Okay. Wait.
I picked Infinity. This is nothing like flipping a coin. Infinite. God damn it. All right, Ash gets the first pick.
Oh shit. Let me pull up to see if there are any good movies coming out.
Yeah, let me pull up a calendar so we can make sure we have the correct month. All right, we are looking at June. Are you all right, so do we want to do just weirdo shit that's just out of nowhere? Or what do we want to do?
Whatever you want to do.
Oh my God.
Well, okay, for this first week, I'm torn. There are two movies in theaters that are pretty solid.
Okay.
Just for our purposes. There's King of Monsters. There's Octavia Spencer and Ma.
Ma.
But I gotta go with the real winner. Mean Girls 2.
Are you serious? Is that a thing that's happening? You're kidding, right? No, you're fucking around, aren't you? Fuck, dude. 2011. Oh. Starring none of the same people that were in the first one.
I think Lindsay Lohan was in rehab at the time.
This is 2011. Jesus, dude. Mean Girls 2 is a garbage movie is like the first image that comes up.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. You have week 2.
All right. So, fuck, I wish I had week 1 because I want to do King of Monsters. But
I mean, we could do it a week late if you'd like.
yeah, but I mean, like, are people going to want to hear about it? It's a real question.
Does anyone want to hear what we have to say?
Nobody wants to hear about Mean Girls 2. Yeah, let's watch King of Monsters for week 2. That's going to be that's going to be Friday, June 14th. Week 3, June 21st.
Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, yes.
That's a nice dark Phoenix you got there. That's really the biggest Phoenix I've ever seen.
Yeah, so Dark Phoenix, June 21st. We'll be there for it. June 28th. I want to pick something weird. I'll pick something real weird.
Toy Story 4. Come on.
Oh, man.
Child's Play.
Yeah, let's do... Is Child's Play out? Let's do Child's Play.
Really?
Yeah, let's do it. Is it out?
I think it'll be out then.
I'm so curious. Let's see what time it comes out. Child's Play 2019. Because I feel like that's just going to be, like, so bizarre.
It's going to be so bad, dude.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be terrible. We'll have a lot to talk about.
Never liked a Chucky movie.
I've only seen the first one, and it's not... yeah, it comes out on June 21st. That's perfect.
So, okay.
Yeah, so we'll do Child's Play for June 28th. That's the day that episode will come out. But before we're out of here, let's do some ratings, reviews. We're gonna talk numbers. We're gonna talk words. It's gonna be great. Stick around.
Okay.
Ash,
wait, you want to go first with those 5 words?
Yeah, mine's actually 6 words just because it's funny. Okay. All right, my 6 words for this week are Zach and Miri make a porno, because Elizabeth Banks was also in that.
And also because of the gratuitous sex scenes.
Yes, exactly, that were present in Brightburn. What about you, Ash? My rating real quick. I'm jumping ahead. Yeah, this movie was fun. Kind of caught me off guard with its like out of the box nature. It had slasher elements that were fun. It did have those brief moments of comic levity. It didn't let up. Really well paced. It's also only an hour and a half, so if you don't have like a ton of time to kill, but you want to go see a movie, excellent choice. Unfortunately, you're going to have to drive all the way to the middle of nowhere in Texas to see it. That being said, this movie gets a solid 7 out of 10 for me. I feel like everything pretty much hit what I liked. Almost overall, some of the weird like things with the jump scares just kind of set me off there. And also, I don't know, his parents were just really nice. There's no reason for him to have been a serial killer, really. Than that aliens are talking to him, but that's not good enough for me.
I mean,
7 out of 10.
I feel like that's a lot of serial killers, like excuses.
Yeah, but in this case, it's really what was happening. Just unfortunate.
This is Avery also desperately pleading to a jury.
Yeah, exactly.
Your Honor, the alien.
Your Honor, it's a 7 out of 10. So yeah. 7 out of 10. Ash, your turn.
Yeah. All right. My 5 words are going to be break my jaw, Space Daddy.
Ayo, that jaw kill was so good. How about that eyeball kill, too? Just going to say.
Oh, yeah. I think that was my favorite eyeball kill of all time. Just because when she pulled it out, the spray on the ground. That was just such a nice so detail.
Yeah, it was so good. Yeah. Some of the body horror gore that was in this was just really, really effective. Well done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done.
Yeah, this movie was really fun. I oscillate a lot back and forth on this one because like it was kind of so passable that I have nothing to say about it when I think about it to myself, but also it was good. I really wish that give this movie the rest of Detective Pikachu's money so we can have a sequel.
Right?
I don't need a Detective Pikachu sequel. I kind of want a sequel to this. I want to see what they do with a different kind of superhero turned supervillain.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that this movie's gonna pick up and like get some more money so we can actually get a sequel. But we'll see in the coming weeks. But what's your rating?
And that's another way. It's like Chronicle is that it's not going to make any money, and it has a promise for a good sequel, but never is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this movie a 7.5 out of 10.
Wow. Okay.
I know, incredible. I'm such high hopes, but next week, I'm so prepared to go. I love how sad you sounded.
Oh, yeah.
You got so fucking serious. You're like, wait, what?
I didn't know that was a thing, and I think there's a reason that I didn't know about that movie. So I'm excited to watch it because some of my favorite episodes that we do are the ones where we watch these horrible movies. So
yeah, I figured it's been too long since we watched something truly and honestly just horrific and bad.
So let's do it. Let's bring it back around. We spent an entire month watching like movies that are out now. So it'll be fun to take a step back, watch something a little more or completely
in my price range.
Yeah, exactly. We're not gonna have to pay for it. Yeah, it's also totally bottom of the barrel, so discount bargain movies. But yeah, that's what we got. Coming for you next week is going to be Mean Girls 2. Thanks for sticking around and listening to us talk about stuff. Asher's sick and he feels really bad. Man, I hope you feel better, dude.
I hope I suffer a little more.
Oh,
I'm a Catholic now.
What?
Because Catholics
suffer. Okay, all right. So
life is suffering.
So there you go. That was For the Story. Life is suffering. We love you and can't wait to. Have we done that bit before? I think we've done that bit before. It just all felt really familiar. Yeah, saying that. Welcome to For the Story. Life is suffering. All right, guys. Well, we love you, and we will talk to you all next week for Mean Girls 2. Goodbye.